All right. Appreciate everybody coming. Really outstanding job, obviously, by the defense. It is really difficult to shut a team out nowadays. I don't care what level you're talking about, middle school or high school or NFL or college or whatever. And we did an excellent job in not allowing them to get behind us. Gave up a few first downs, not very many, but really tackled well, played with great leverage. And, just a really fine job by Coach Armstrong, the defensive staff, but most importantly, the players. We got a chance to play a lot of guys on the front. We got a chance to play a lot of guys, second level, linebacker, and then, safeties as well. So fantastic job by those guys. I thought offensively, we showed some really bright spots on offense, throwing the ball. There was a couple of tough throws in there to Amari Thomas in particular that were big time, and at times we ran the ball very well. We just got to get more consistent. We weren't real consistent throughout the game. We stubbed our toes, some self-inflicted wounds offensively, but that's what's happened sometimes in the first game. We had a bunch of guys. That's the first time they played in a while. So that's to be expected to a certain extent. And then I thought there was, the kicking game. They had the big punt return I was disappointed in. Lost some leverage, didn't do a good job there. But besides that, I thought, Ethan Sanchez was, on the money with all his field goal attempts. And then I thought we covered most of the time pretty well with our punt team. And then our PBR, we had a real big return with Mekhi Muse to give us good starting field position, which I believe led to a score. So a lot of good things, but also a lot of things to work on.
Willie, there had been a lot of talk in the offseason just about what you guys had done to improve offensively, but on the defensive side with so many, newcomers as well, did you have an idea maybe what you had going into the season, or is this kind of a pleasant development, just how the guys were able to gel, in the first game?
I one of the things you try to do when you go out and recruit is find guys with the type of character that you want to have in your program, that you want to have be around you day after day after day. And these guys all are hardworking people and very coachable, which is so important. And I thought, some of the guys we added on the defensive line, Eddie Walls, Khalil LaFou, those were great additions, obviously. And then Sione Fotu and Carmichael Glass played really well. I thought Jalen Garner, I'm going to have to watch the tape, but I thought he had an outstanding ball game. He didn't play that much for us last year. He's kind of the third linebacker, and Jamal Morris and Michael Batten didn't get really hurt much, and so he just didn't get very many reps. But I thought he showed some good things. And then the third level, we got our hands on a lot of balls, and I'm not sure how many takeaways we had. How many? Just two? We could have maybe had 6 or 7. We had a bunch of them that were in and out of our hands. So they did a nice job. I thought our corners did a good job of staying over the top.
Willie, Connor's poisoned the pocket and ability to create with his legs when things break down. What did that do for you?
Well, he runs a lot better, I think, than people give him credit for. He tucked it and ran it a couple times, had a nice move over on their sideline that resulted in the first down. We just need to do a good job. We want to be a 50-50 team. We got to be firm in our protection. There's a couple times we got beat on the outside, and all we got to do is just get a hand and guide him past the quarterback. He does a good job of stepping up in the pocket, and so we got to do a great job of just giving him a clean pocket. And if we give him a clean pocket, I think with our receivers and his ability to throw in tight windows, boy, he threw a really nice ball to Amari Thomas down near the goal line that we scored a touchdown on. And he really, that's the hardest I've ever seen him throw a football. He just really threw a fastball in there, and it had to be a fastball or it would have been picked. So, I thought for having not played for a while, I thought Connor, did a really nice job, and I think it's going to be a great learning experience for him.
Willie, do you plan to continue rotating Will James and Zelmar Verde?
What's that?
Will James and Zelmar Verde both had
they
some good
both
games.
played it. We're really blessed with some great corners Latrell McCutcheon, outstanding corner. You talked about Zelmar Vetter and Will James, they're outstanding. Then County Park's got in there a little bit. So we got 4 guys that we feel like can play, Big 12 winning football. So, yeah, we're going to play those guys. I was hoping we'd get ahead a little bit more and we could have got a few more dudes in, but it didn't quite work out that way.
How would you evaluate Tanner's performance, and do you have a health update on him?
Yeah, I think he's fine. He just be kind of, nothing serious. He'll be fine. Should be back at practice on Monday. And I thought, Tanner, that probably would have been an overthrow on most people. He got up there and grabbed it, and he just, they always talk about catch radius. He's got an impressive catch radius.
Building on what you're just talking about, Tanner, does the addition of a tight end of his size and all that kind of change what you wanted to do in the passing game like last year compared to this year?
Oh yeah, he's just he's got great length. The thing he does different than other people is he extends his arms toward the ball instead of waiting to receive the ball. So that makes his length, it plays that to his advantage. A lot of guys don't do that. They wait for the ball to come to him. He goes out there and gets it, and he's got long arms too. He's not just tall. He's got great length with his, wingspan. Yeah, we're gonna. He definitely needs to be a part of what we're doing.
What you think of Jamarion Burnett and the performance he had in the first half?
I think there were some excellent things he did. Ran hard, hit it up in there. Unfortunately, I was disappointed. We had 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. We didn't convert there at the end of the first half, and some of that was ended up in there, but some of it we just didn't block who we were supposed to block. We just, linebacker shot the gap, and we saw a ghost with a slant, and so yeah, I thought Jamarian did some. I thought Stacy had a nice run. Dean had some nice runs. I thought DJ Butler came in there at the end. Had some nice runs. We just need to do it consistently. We need to get bodies on bodies up front and give those guys some creases and not allow penetration, which we did, and that resulted in quite a few negative plays.
Overall, what's your evaluation of the offensive line?
I thought at times they played really well. Early in the game, I thought we had great pass protection. As the game progressed, we had a little trouble with their defensive end from the outside. I'd probably give them a C, I guess. There's sometimes they're playing at an A level, and sometimes not quite the level you need them to play at. So we'll get better up there. That's another part of a lot of those guys. Jason Brooks, that was his first game in 2 years. Dalton Merriman hadn't played for a while. So this is going to be a good learning experience for him.
Willie, you moved on the offensive line. You moved a couple guys in at center at times. Is that just part of the first couple of games, like you said, about seeing what you have and want to get different looks?
I think we got 7 guys for sure that could be starters for us. So we need to give those guys opportunities and see who the best is at those positions and who our best 5 is. In crunch time, and they're developing some stamina right now. It's playing a game's different than practicing. And it's a long time. We don't ever have 3.5-hour practices plus the warm up before the game. So you got to be ready to go for a long period of time. And some of the guys did a good job of that, and some of them, I think they got a little fatigued.
Coach, the team went 3 for 3 in the red zone. What do you think just about their ability to finish those plays when they were in enemy territory?
Well, we work on that all the time. We talk about 4-point plays. We want to get touchdowns instead of field goals. That's huge to win ball games. The same thing defensively. You would only allow a field goal, not allow a touchdown. So we do a lot of competition against each other, and then really dive into what the team does in the red zone and what we need to take away and try to make them play left-handed.
How important was it for this team and this group with a lot of new guys to start like that and sort of, set a tone.
Well, I think it's
early.
big. It's better than last year's first game. I know that. We just, I told them downstairs, I think they were a little disappointed. I said, hey, man, you need to feel good about this. It's hard to win games, and that's a very good football program. And matter of fact, Coach Carthel told me after the game, he'd been coaching a long time. It's the first time he's ever been shut out.
I just wanted to make sure, was Rashawn at the stadium tonight, or is he-
No, Rashawn had surgery yesterday, and he is going to be out for the season, unfortunately. So he is, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to play for us this year. Correct.
Can you comment on what he injured or?
His knee.
Alrighty. All good? Thanks,
You're
everybody.
good. Thank y'all.
You ready? Get up, everybody. Alrighty. We'll have Mark Stampley for everybody. Water for you. Appreciate it. We'll have Connor Wigman and Jalen Garner afterwards. Alrighty. We'll use that microphone again.
Know what it is.
Yeah, we'll open up to questions. Sorry. Yes, Dan. Yes.
Sorry. Mark, Coach Fritz was just saying that it's tough to shut out a team at any level. Can you kind of just take us through what you guys felt like you did defensively and maybe what worked for you guys tonight?
I just feel like defensively we prepared real well just going into this game, having the camp in the few weeks we've been having, and just I feel like today we was definitely locked in into our keys and just our assignment and doing our job to where we was just able to fly around, play fast, and the game just almost felt like practice.
Mark, kind of just walk us through the interception there late in the first half.
Well, you can say that again, my bad.
Kind of just walk us through the interception late in the first half.
I gotcha. It was like in a little bit of man playing inside, and the opportunity came, he broke inside, and earlier in the game I dropped one, so when I seen that opportunity again, I knew I had to capitalize on it.
What's it been like just when you guys go through camp and you have so many new faces in the secondary, and is there a lot of talk about the potential there and what you guys can do once you get going?
Right, yeah, no, it's like we as a group know what we got, we know what we have and what we could do being at practice every day with each other, and it's just we just been working to really show the world what we got planned and what we can do and got going on.
Willie said after the game that he almost had to remind you guys that he felt some guys were maybe a little disappointed that it's tough to win a game. Is that just the high standard?
Yeah, it's just around here we have a very high standard of we want to honestly win by 50 every time if we can. But, any win is honestly a good win, especially at this level in the game. But he was just reminding us to keep a positive note that a win is a win, and then we just got to keep moving forward, and we want to know in the week.
Can you talk a little bit about what it's like playing for a unit that's led by Austin Armstrong? Like, what's it been like?
It's just been amazing. He's just been bringing us together day in and day out ever since he's gotten here. He's really been building our brothership and connection as a unit, making us come together closer. And it's just, I feel like we've been playing better as we feel more of a connection with each other. Like the dude next to me, I'm playing for him, not just myself at this point. So I feel like he's really brought that aspect, and it's just been great all around. Yes, sir.
Mark, I've heard a lot of the defensive players talking about Coach Armstrong's emphasis on pre-snap. What are some of the things that you've kind of adjusted to pre-snap since coming here that have made your game better?
Really just knowing formations and keys. He's really put an emphasis on just seeing your job before it even happens. So, like, when it happens, you're not caught up in the moment. You already know what to do, and you can just fly around and play fast. and it's really been the best. It's honestly helped my game a lot because I'm already seeing what the offense could do here and there because of how he sets things up. Yes, sir.
Hey, so you guys in the secondary had quite the game between you, Zelmore, Will James, Latrell. Can you kind of just talk about the confidence in the secondary unit going into week 2?
I got you. Yeah, ever since camp, we've just been building our confidence, just getting better every day. And I feel like today we truly just got to show what we have because, honestly, a bunch of people in the world, even the city, don't even know what type of unit we got back there. So I feel like as the time been coming and as camp been coming, we finally got to show our ability today, and we're just going to build on that going throughout the season.
Mark, with the coordinator change and change in personnel, did the defense have a little chip? Did you guys feel like you were being underlooked at all, or how did you approach that?
With Coach Armstrong coming in, we just felt great. We knew he was the man for the job, and he could get the job done, and he just put the confidence in us that we can do it too, and that we have the ability and just got to do it. Yes, sir.
In a game like this, when y'all are getting closer to hitting triple zeros and you're still holding them to 0 points, like are y'all any extra motivation that you're so close to a shutout? Like what were the final minutes as it was ticking down?
Honestly, yeah, really the same motivation we came in there. We wanted to treat it like it was 0-0 the whole time, especially on defense, because that's just our mindset, and we just wanted to keep our foot on their necks really and just not let off or let go and hold them to 0. My bad.
Zelmar almost had a pick six there to jug it on him a little bit about.
We had to. We told him we're going to be on the jugs all next week. We not dropping no more picks the rest of the season.
Did you guys know, I think until late in the fourth, they had only crossed midfield once. As a defense, you can't really follow that stuff, but are you kind of aware a little bit of what you guys are doing out there and sort of imposing your will?
We're aware a little bit, like every now and then you might look at the total yards up on the screen, but still in the back of our head is just a 0-0 mindset. Every time we go out there, it's a new round. We're trying to shut them out 3 and out as fast as we can, just get our job done. But we just keep it to ourselves, and it's really just sitting in the back of your head that we just keep playing how we planned, and the same result's going to happen.
What do you think the ceiling is for this defense?
Honestly, there is no ceiling. I feel like we could take it as far as we want to go, as long as we keep preparing how we need to and how we want to. And if we just keep doing our job and following and trusting each other, there is no ceiling. Yes, sir.
Good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, sir. All right, we'll go ahead. Linebacker Jalen Garner next. And then we'll wrap up with quarterback Connor Whitman after that.
How y'all doing?
We'll use that microphone as well.
I see my 404 brother, Atlanta. My 404, Atlanta. You can come and play. Yes, sir.
So, Jalen, Willie was saying that last year was maybe tough to get some plays or reps with Jamal and Michael. But what's it like coming into the year, being able to have a good game like this to start off, but also kind of being a full-time starter now?
I say honestly, it's been like this for a while, COVID. So I've been sitting back a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like I've learned a lot from not just Baton Morris, from Donnie Mutin, from D-Train, from a lot of people who've been in front of me. So I feel like, honestly, even though I've wanted to play for a lot, I've learned a lot, and now I can show this. That's why I'm kind of a little bit of crash out, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to calm down. I'm going to get sorted. A little excited, though.
I think they nicknamed you
Yeah.
Have you graduated now to Big Dog, or are you Big Dog? Or?
I say, honestly, I came from Coach Mack, so I say by my junior, that's really when they just stopped calling me that, because I think that's when I made that one play against Rice. I don't know if y'all remember that, across the goal line. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much when they stopped doing that. Mm-hmm.
Was it important for this defense to set a tone this first game, and what did you guys tell yourself and the mindset going in?
I say honestly, we had a chip to our shoulders, just because we're not really ranked a little high, but we also know that we can play. We play really well. Y'all see what we did last year, but we added a couple pieces, we lost a couple pieces, but we're still here. We're still ready to play.
Like you just alluded to, just in terms of a lot of moving pieces, starting from the top with Austin Armstrong. What's it been like with him as DC?
Honestly, it's been a little fun, to be honest. I say it's fun, and it's a little hard because even during practice, we running all day. I mean, all day. But at the same time, I could definitely say that I had a lot of stamina tonight, and I'm sure a lot of other people had a lot of stamina tonight, but it's just him pushing us so hard has honestly elevated our game even more and more and more. Like I think I was really good last year, but I'm even way better now from being with him.
Willie was saying there was some disappointment afterwards. I mean, you guys feel like, you go in and do more than you did. I mean, it's pitched shutout, but do you feel like there was more left out on the field?
I definitely do. I feel like sometimes, knowing SFA, we knew that they were going to be on the hurry up. We need to line up. We needed to get focused. We need to execute our job. And sometimes we didn't do that. Like, how I say this? I remember this one play. So he made the play, and then he hit a little shuffle, and I kind of missed. Honestly, it wasn't that bad of a play, but I'm still thinking about that. That's how we all are. We're disciplined to get to perfect. That's how Houston is now.
Couple more. Right here, Chris Baldwin.
They didn't get it. They didn't get over 100 yards until late in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you feel them? An offense when getting frustrated when you're having that kind of success defensively.
Yeah, SFA was getting a little chippy, if I'm being honest. But honestly, respect to them because it was. I remember this one play. I don't know who it was, but he was like, "Bless, I got heart." I felt it, but yeah, man, we coming here to stop them. Anybody who come here, we coming. I promise you.
Good.
All good.
Awesome. Thanks, Jalen.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, sir. All right, well, quarterback Connor with me next. He'll conclude media opportunities for the day. We'll use that microphone for questions. All right, Healy.
Connor, being a local Houston kid, Cypress, Texas, how did it just feel being here in Houston, Third Ward, in front of all the Houston fans?
I mean, it was amazing. It was a blessing. It was a full circle moment, and I tried to take it all in. Just having a bunch of family and friends here, just from my hometown, and being able to put on a good show. And it's always good to start off the season 1-0, and it was awesome to be in that red and white tonight.
Of show, Connor, how did you feel the offense did in the first game?
I felt like it was a lot of up and down. I feel like we beat ourselves, but we made plays when we needed to. And like I said, it's always good to start the season 1-0.
The connection already between you and Tanner, like, can you talk about how you guys have been able to build that connection and how it shines tonight?
I mean, he's a dude. He's a very smart football player. I feel like he's always in the right position, and he's always where I need him right at that moment, and he doesn't drop any balls. He's really a special player.
Broke a few long runs tonight, had a nice juke there. Do you feel like your mobility improved this offseason, or is that just more a result of being healthier?
That's just a result of being healthier. I mean, I put a major emphasis on getting my body right this offseason, and I feel like I've done a good job of that, and let's keep it going.
Did you feel like you're underrated as a runner? I mean, do you get that sense that people,
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I always think I'm a pass-first guy, but if I need to get out of the pocket, I feel like I'm really good at that and can do it whenever I need to.
Sorry. Back over here to Andy.
Can you take me through that touchdown that you threw to Mari Thomas? Because that was, can you just take me through that play?
Yeah, we had 3 verts called. It was man-to-man, and I knew he had the backside seam, and I got to put it on him before that safety got there, and he made a really good catch, and got 6 points out of it.
What are your thoughts on the job that your defense did here tonight?
I mean, they're amazing. I mean, we see them every day in practice, the amount of work they put in, just the guys up front, the backers, the secondary, and Coach Armstrong. I mean, we're here every day, and we see it, and that's what we expected out of them tonight.
Connor, we haven't seen Jamarian much in the year that he's been here, but that play, did you see touchdown on that one, or he made that play happen?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been talking to him for a while. I mean, I keep telling him one person can't tackle you, and you're a dude. I mean, like, he can be truly a special player, and just be able to get the balls in my playmaker's hand, let them go make plays. That's truly all I'm trying to do.
Connor, how long you were going to sling it on that first throw with Houston? Are you kind of looking forward to more opportunities after we didn't see too many deep balls after that?
I mean, for sure. I mean, we're going to run whatever coach is called, and I trust Coach explicitly. And, I mean, he's a really smart guy, and I feel like they didn't beat us. We beat ourselves tonight offensively. I mean, we won the game, but we shot ourselves in the foot a few times, and that starts with us as a group, and we're going to come back in here and get it corrected tomorrow and get better this week.
Connor, speaking on the offensive line, Coach Fritz gave them a C. I just want to know, what was your thoughts on them?
I mean, they played hard. They played with effort. I mean, those are my guys. I love them to death. And like I said, we're going to be in here tomorrow for quite a bit, and we're going to watch that film and break it down thoroughly, and we're going to get better from it.
Connor, you mentioned you feel like you guys shot yourselves in the foot a lot tonight. What do you attribute that to? What was kind of the issue?
Just mentally, we got to be able to be locked in more. Penalties, I mean, we can't. Cougs don't beat the Cougs. That's our saying, and the Cougs beat the Cougs a lot tonight. And like I said, we're going to be in here tomorrow. We're going to make the adjustments. We're going to get right.
Willie was talking about that, the touchdown throw to Amari, one of the faster throws he's seen. Did you know you'd have to gun it in there for that one? And is that just sort of?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of messed up that protection, so I knew that backside safety was going to be there, so I had to put a little oomph on the ball. And thank you to Amari for making a good play for me.
Is that part of being experienced and knowing what particular throws you're going to need for each situation?
I mean, for sure. I mean, I took my preparation seriously. I watched a lot of film and felt like I was prepared coming into this game, and I knew what they were going to do on defense.
Hey, Connor. So, Stephon, he had a relatively quiet night. What kind of advice would you give him heading into week 2?
I mean, stay the course. I mean, I'm frustrated right there with him. I wish I can get all my guys the ball, and that's how we want to roll. We want to get the ball into our playmakers' hands, and we didn't do a good enough job tonight, and that starts with me, and that's what I told them, and we're only going to get better from here.
Couple more. All good? Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Thank y'all, guys. Go Cougs.